Welcome to the Smile Revolution show, and I am Mindy Fradkin, also known as Princess Wow. I'm taking off these headphones. I'm taking off my headphones. For my interview, I have to wear them, but right now I can't wear them. Anyway, so we're having some tech. Carmen Grillo and I are having some tech issues, so I'll be wearing them soon. But right now, I'm not wearing my headphones. So anyway, we raise awareness to the healing power of a genuine smile. Sincere smiles only apply. Now, this is my 105th show since last March, since lockdown in New York, and it's also the first day of spring and the International Happiness Day. The United Nations started this, I don't know exactly how many years ago, but I've been involved with them actually. And it's every year on March 20th. And their website is actually actionforhappiness.org. And I wanted to read something you can actually go to their website and they have a whole happiness booklet. It's all free. And they have this, I wanted to share this with you all. Giving, that's a great dream. Okay, giving, do things for others, relating, connect with people, exercising, take care of your body, awareness, live life mindfully, trying out, keep learning new things, direction, have goals to look forward to, resilience, find ways to bounce back, emotions, look for what's good, acceptance, be comfortable with who you are, and meaning, be part of something larger, bigger. If I can read, that'd be good. Okay, so and anyway, there's a happiness booklet, as I said, and it's a really great website. And one of my videos was posted on their website a couple years ago. So anyway, it's a really great organization. Obviously United Nations, but it's a really great day that they created years ago. And it's also Women's History Month, as you all know. And I'm featuring on each show this month a different woman to highlight. And so Eleanor Roosevelt, she was an American political, I don't know, people are coming, watching me from different parts of the world, but most people know who she was. American political figure, diplomat, and activist. She was the first lady of the United States, 1933 to 1945. And one of the things I learned about her this week, actually, was that she had the longest running monthly magazine column for many years. And she also, when her husband, Franklin D. Roosevelt, struck the New Deal during the Depression, she asked people, how is it affecting them? And she asked them to write her letters. And she got 300,000 letters in 4 months, which was unheard of, and more than like Lincoln and Obama. And she would respond to these letters, 200 letters a night, which I thought was amazing. I just learned that on the radio the other day. So I just thought I wanted to share that with you all because it's pretty amazing. And she had a weekly radio show, and she spoke at the National Party Convention. She was outspoken, which was controversial at the time, on civil rights for African Americans. So I just wanted to share that with you because I thought it was so interesting. Heidi Beaver? Hello. Oh, yes, you're welcome. So I'm so glad to see you. And so I thought that was really, really wonderful to hear about her this week. And I just wanted to share with you all too, there's a fundraiser in Los Angeles with Carney Wilson and a bunch of musicians, Stevie Coolidge, legendary poet and songwriter with the Beach Boys and Paul McCartney. And he's been on my show a lot, and I've been featuring him a lot. He's going to be doing a poem. And so it's right after my show, 6 o'clock Eastern time for 6 hours, or they're having a lot of great musicians, and it's going to be amazing fundraiser for COVID. And so I'm going to show you the poster really quick. Hold on. So I have their poster so I can give you all the information. Okay, here it is. Concert for COVID relief. And let's see. Okay, let me get my glasses. I'll read you if you can't see the website. It's altogetherNowLA.org, and it's on right after my show. Okay, so I just wanted to share that with you all. Okay, so the next thing is I have a smile poem that a friend of mine, he's this amazing poet, and I met him years ago, and I'm going to show you a video. It's a 2-minute video of him sharing a smile poem for me and for you all. So here it is. Okay, wait a second. Okay.
This piece is from me to you. It starts with the eyes. They meet. Gazes collide, and you're presented with a choice. Look away, break the gaze, walk on by, let the moment pass, or smile. Eyes soften, cheeks lift, eyebrows arc in welcome, nostrils flare with peaceful inhalation, the corners of the lips twitch, pulling slightly away from the teeth, and there it is, a smile. Now, even if the recipient of your affection doesn't smile back, your positive attitude is subtly passed on. They may not realize it right away, but they have it now, infected. They'll be smiling sooner or later. Smiles spread peace, lighten days, brighten moods, make colors more vibrant, birds sound happier, the sun feel warmer. When I get a smile, my steps feel softer, my body more buoyant. So give them away, those genuine, innocent gifts, because remarkably, the more you give, the more you receive. Eyes soften, cheeks lift, eyebrows arc in welcome, nostrils flare with peaceful inhalation, the corners of the lips twitch, pulling slightly away from the teeth, and there it is, a smile. Give one out today. Act now, and for an unlimited time, a smile can be yours. For the first infinite number of people who give them away, you'll also receive a lighter mood, an increased sense of well-being, plus a free, calmer outlook. They're wonderfully easy to maintain, come completely free of charge, and arrive neatly packed in organically grown, environmentally friendly, biodegradable packaging with absolutely no shipping or handling fees. They simply are astounding. Everyone can create them, from babies to more experienced folks. So try it now. The return on your investment will be immediate, guaranteed. Cheeks lift, eyebrows arc in welcome, nostrils flare with peaceful inhalation, the corners of the lips twitch, pulling slightly away from the teeth. And there it is, a smile.
I hope you enjoyed that. He just sent it to me. And he is Avery Stempel. I'll post it on my Facebook page. This is on YouTube. I'm recently on YouTube. And so it's, anyway, I hope you enjoyed that because it was really fun. Now I have my Smile Revolution mugs, and with smile balloons that says, may you give and receive many smiles, which you can get on my website. I'll post this. And they're super fun and colorful, of course, and help you smile. And this book, The Tiny Book of Tiny Pleasures, Irene Smith and Astrid Vanderhulst. Okay, so here we go. DIY Smiling Pots. To add some personality to your space, find a small terracotta pot and paint it white. Once it's dry, sketch out a facial expression in pen or pencil. When you're satisfied with the face, go over the sketch lines with permanent black marker or use a paintbrush and black paint. Add a plant and watch your happiness grow. And then Mr. Rogers, one of the greatest men in the world ever, said, the gifts we treasure most over the years are often small and simple. In easy times and in tough times, what seems to matter most is the way we show those nearest us that we've been listening to their needs, to their joys, and to their challenges. And somebody wants to say hello. Gumby wants to say hello and give you a big hug and a smile. And let's see, my little hippopotamus. Of course he, she, they matches my hair. Okay, wants to say hello, give you a big hug. And let's see what else here. Oh, and then we got my angel here. A little angel watching over us. Now, we all have challenges. Yes, we're a lot of challenges going on, but we can always focus on the good and be grateful, and that helps you smile. Okay, so who else is here? Let's see. Richard Skipper. We've got Johnny Hop. Thank you. Good. And Heidi. Yep. Richard Skipper's here. Okay, great. All right. So I didn't sing my Smile Revolution song. Well, I'll sing a little bit. Roland and I, my husband, Roland Musa, Grammy Award-winning musician with Pete Seeger. We wrote a whole album of Smile songs, and I'll just show you. This is the cover, and so we wrote the Smile Revolution song. I'll just sing a little bit of it, and then I'm going to bring Carmen Grillo on, an LA musician, Grammy-nominated musician, engineer, songwriter, studio owner, and whose work with Tower of Power, Bill Champlin from Chicago, Donna Summer, Rita Coolidge, and more. But I'll just sing a little bit, and then I'm going to bring him on. Okay, so I walked into a cafe, smiled at my friends. They all smiled, and I realized I passed it on to them. The people who saw us smiled at our friends. They all smiled, and we realized we passed it on to them. Yes, a simple smile will do, round the world and back to you. It's called the Smile Revolution that comes, goes round and back to you. So smile, 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 a simple smile will do. Smile, 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 it comes back to you. So don't forget to smile. No, I don't smile all the time. It's about giving and receiving smiles. Sometimes I need to have you remind me to smile. So anyway, I'm bringing on Carmen Grillo, and I just recently met him through a mutual friend in Los Angeles, and so you're all in for a treat. And I'm amazed that he scheduled me in his busy schedule. He's one of the busiest guys I know. So here he comes. Here he is. Well, wait a second. Wait a second. I got to put my headphones in. See, I've never had to do this before. So wait a minute. And when I'm talking, I can't wear them except when I'm talking to you. All right, here I go. Okay. All right, here we go.
There we are.
Here we are. Okay. So anyway, welcome to my show.
Thank you for having me on the Smile Revolution. I'm looking forward to this.
Oh, good. Great. Well, anyway, let's see. So you're a studio owner.
I am.
And you've toured all over the world with
I have.
Tower of Power.
Yep.
And let's see. And you also have a new album out.
I do.
Right. I'm going to put let's see. Let me put your information up here on the bottom. Okay. So is this when did your CD just come out? Just recently, or?
Actually, this one has been out since 2013. And the reason I don't have a brand new one is because I've been so busy recording other people and doing things for other people, which I actually love. But right now I'm on the back burner. But I have another album that's almost ready to go, so it will be out this year.
Okay, good. Okay, great. Yeah. I don't know how you have time. Do you know Heidi Beaver? She's saying hi, Carmen. Or maybe
hi, Heidi. How you doing?
Yeah, she's saying hi.
Good.
Oh, she's clapping for my song. Okay, good. All right. Well, Heidi's a good friend. She's an amazing singer, and she's an amazing person. Anyway, she's saying hello.
Well, good. Nice to meet you here.
Yeah. So anyway, I know I was going to say it's been hard for me to get a hold of you because I know how busy you are.
I know. I've been pretty good about getting back to you, though, right?
Yeah.
Whoops! I just hit my cord. I just hit my cord and knocked the computer over here. Here we go.
Okay. Right, so Jill Jarrett. Okay, Jill, are you there?
Yep.
Okay, so Jill Jarrett, I told you about Jill. She's a photographer, and she's really good friends with Rita Coolidge, who you toured with for 5 years, right?
I have. Yeah, I did it 1980 to 1985, and Rita is just like the warmest, most wonderful person I know. She's one of my dear, dear friends.
Yeah, I mean, I watched a couple of interviews, and I was like, well, she just, I could tell. It's like she sounds like somebody I'd want to be friends with.
She's a sweetheart. Yes.
So what was it like? You toured with her for 5 years all over the world, or what was that like?
All over the world. Yeah, we went to Europe several times, all over Europe, and we went to Japan several times. She's got a very, very big following to this day in Japan, and that was the first time I went to Japan was with Rita, and I think we went there 3 times, and then I went there 10 times with Tower of Power, and then I went there I think maybe 3 times with Bill Champlin. So I've been to Japan several times. It's just it's an incredible country and incredible music fans over there. And playing with Rita was kind of my introduction into touring as a professional musician. And she really kind of took me under her wing and really taught me a lot. Yeah, not necessarily with even trying to teach me. I just picked up on a lot of things that I noticed about her. Like, and no matter what was going on in her life, emotionally or health wise or anything, she was always just really great. When it was showtime, she was ready to roll. And I just learned so much about being professional and, bringing your A game every night. That was really an important lesson for me. And I'm eternally thankful to her for that.
Well, I know she's had a lot of difficult challenges in her life, because I read about her. Well, we all do. We all do. We all
do. And she's resilient and bounces back, quite well.
And so, what did you play guitar and vocals with her?
I was a background vocalist and lead guitarist with
guitar.
Her, yes.
Okay. Okay.
And what we made some records too. And
you've also worked with Donna Summer.
I recorded.
You didn't tour with her, but
I did not tour with her, but I sang background vocals on one of her albums called The Wanderer.
And did you have something you want to show us about?
This is the album, The Wanderer, and it just came out again, like a re-release of it, remixed and remastered with this really beautiful booklet with interviews with myself and other people that were involved in the recording of this album. And it has all the lyrics and just a lot of things about Donna. And it's just really a cool tribute to her and this recording, which was really a lot of fun to do. And this was supposed to be a double album. And so I don't know what happened to the other songs, but we recorded like 20 songs on this, and the album I think only has like 10 or 11. So I don't know what happened to the other songs, but we recorded I think a total of 20 songs, and they were all really great, but I think the greatest ones are
right, greatest hits.
Yeah. So it was nice to have like a re-release in this and be interviewed about my memories of that particular recording session.
That's
stuff.
Great.
It was very fun.
Great. Oh, that's great. All right, so tell us about you're from you grew up in Santa Cruz?
I grew up in Santa Cruz. I'm actually born in Buffalo, New York. But I only lived there till I was 8 years old, and my father got transferred. He was an electronics engineer and worked for the company Sylvania, but he didn't make light bulbs. He did more like communications stuff for Sylvania, and they had a plant in Santa Cruz, and they moved him from Buffalo to Santa Cruz, and that's where I grew up, which was a great place to grow up for a musician, because there's just incredibly amount of talented musicians there, and I learned from all of them, and without that experience I wouldn't have been able to come to Los Angeles and do my thing here.
All right, so tell us about, I know the story, so tell my audience about when you came to LA, how it all happened. And Heidi wants to congratulate you on such a meaningful career.
Oh, well, thank you, Heidi. I appreciate you saying that. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay, so tell us a story. It's really
the way I got here to Los Angeles was a friend of mine was a drum technician for an artist named Billy Cobham, who was like a very famous kind of jazz fusion drummer. And his brother said, "Hey, let's go visit my brother, who's working for Billy Cobham, and we can stay there in his hotel room and stuff like that and hang out. And, I hadn't seen him in a while, so hey, that sounds great. Let's make the trip. So we made the trip, and I went to the rehearsal and just met, I met some of the people that I had been listening to, who was in Billy Cobham's band. I had been listening to their recordings, and all of a sudden I'm there with these people, and I just kind of, a light bulb went off and said, this is where you need to be. So when I went back home, I basically sold a bunch of things, and I bought a van and a sleeping bag, and I loaded up all my guitar gear, and I didn't know one soul in Los Angeles. I just came down here, and I just parked my car, and that's where I lived. And I lived in my van for like about 2 weeks, and then I started going to music stores, going, how do you get hired as a musician in this town? And they told me about this newspaper that had a lot of classified ads called The Recycler, and I started answering the ads, and I'd never been in any kind of, I was always the leader of my band, and I was always doing all my original songs. So this would be like the first time that I'm actually playing, cover songs that are on the radio and stuff. So, but I got into this band, and they were working, and so I was starting to make money. And then the drummer lived in a place where they had a room, and they were looking for a roommate. So I became that roommate. So all of a sudden, after 2 weeks, I'm working and I'm living in a house.
That's amazing.
So it was an amazing thing. And then my friend Bill Champlin moved here, and he was kind of a little farther along in his career than I was, and he was being hired by a lot of people to do background vocal sessions. And so he would start bringing me along on the sessions, and then, we need a third singer, so I became that third singer, and we started doing just tons and tons of recordings. And so once he moved down here, things really started to go well. And then I started, met the guys in Chicago and wrote a song on their album, and things just kind of just snowballed, and just like Los Angeles was waiting for me. And it was just a great way the whole thing evolved, and I'm very thankful for that. I took that risk and came here.
Now, Bill Champlin, that was in Chicago for many years, right? Like
yes, for 27, 28 years. Yeah, yeah, and we're great friends. We go back like 40 years. He really, he really helped me in my career. The Sons of Champlin, who was a very kind of an underground band in San Francisco during the whole Jefferson Airplane Grateful Dead era. They're like the only band that really didn't break out, but they still have a very, very huge following, and we still play up in Northern California, and all of the Sons of Champlin fans come out to see us, and it's great to be a part of that music, because that's some of my favorite music. So the way me and Bill met is my band opened up for the Sons one time, and he just took a liking to my playing and my singing, and we got to be really good friends, and literally became best friends on the day that we met, and we're still best friends.
Wow!
And he's been a great influential person in my life, and he's opened up a lot of doors for me, and I'm very thankful to call him my best friend as well.
Is he still in LA?
He still lives here in Los Angeles. Yes.
Okay, yeah. But you mean, but you go up to Northern California when you play?
We do. It's hard for us to. We occasionally play in other places, but when the Sons of Champlin play, it's mostly in Northern California, because that's where most of his fan. Right. That's where the fan base is. Yeah, and it's a great time every time. We have a lot of fun. Okay,
and then so you said, Ed, so in terms of your recording studio there, you have a lot of the same musicians and that you've been working with for a long time, right?
Yeah, a lot of new people too, but okay. Yeah, I've had clients for decades. People seem to really like recording here. It's a very comfortable place, and things sound good, and everything works most of the time. Right. So yeah, I have a lot of longtime clients and a lot of new people coming through here as well, and it's it just kind of, I never really wanted it to be a commercial recording studio. I built it for myself. Oh. And then somebody came over and said, "Wow, this is cool. Can I record here?" And I went, I guess, why not? So,
Right.
and that just, then he told people and it just became this thing where I'm, at this point booked really all the time, and I don't have time to put out my next album. I've been writing it, and it's in various stages of doneness, but it's, I'm trying to get that thing done and out this year, but
Okay, right.
I need to come up for air first to do that.
When you also teach guitar lessons, right?
I teach guitar lessons. I also teach a recording class, and I'm yeah. So in fact, before today, or before we met today, I taught my recording. It's a one-on-one class, and it's got a very very good curriculum. And this person that I'm teaching now is on lesson 3, and he's coming along. And he the way he found me is he was a guitar player on one of my new clients, and he kind of liked the way that I operate and the way everything sounds here. So he asked me if I would teach him. I said, yeah, I actually have a course that I teach with a book and everything, and tests and everything. So it's laid out really nicely. Yeah.
Do you do it online?
I don't do it online. It's just it's really a hands-on course. It would be really hard. It would be really hard to learn all these things with my console. Like if you look at my recording console there, I don't even know how there it is.
I can see, yeah.
So to learn all of that stuff, it's more of a hands-on type of thing. So yeah, I have 3 recording students right now, and I think 4 guitar students. So that takes up a lot of my time, and then I'm recording pretty much every day, either other people or myself. So it's a very busy life. I just wish I was 20 years younger to handle all this.
All right. So I have a question. So when COVID hit a year ago, what happened with your life at that point?
Well, I stopped gigging there. I played with a few bands locally just to keep my fingers lubricated and so I don't forget everything I know. Mm-hmm. And obviously the Sons of Champlin shut down. But my studio business kind of took off because everybody seems to be very, very creative at this point. So everybody is like writing and wanting to put out albums. So when things kick up again, they got something that something they can market and something that they can go out and tour and sell on tour and stuff like that. So I have several bands in here, recording their new material. So the COVID thing, I feel sorry for a lot of people that are out of work, but for me, it's actually been more work than I've ever had.
Really?
2020 was probably my busiest year in the studio ever, and it's kind of continuing into this year too.
Yeah. So, but then when you're in lockdown, you still have people in the studio recording?
Yes, and there are several people. There are several people that wear masks and several people that don't wear masks, and I kind of let everybody do whatever they want to do. I don't require them to wear a mask. So but if they want to, they certainly can, and if they don't want to, they certainly can too. But we try to keep our
social
distances, and I'm also wiping down my surfaces and my microphones and my headphones and stuff like that to keep everybody safe as well. So I am taking precautions.
So in March, were you closed at all during well, you didn't have lockdown like we did in New York. We were like in lockdown for 2 months.
Well, it was kind of locked down, and we were supposed. I'm sure that I was not supposed to be doing what I was doing, but I was doing it anyway, being the rebel that I am.
Okay, I'm just asking. Okay, all right. So you've been busy the whole time. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Now, I think what I'm going to do now is I got to take my headphones out. I'm going to play one of your songs.
Oh, good.
And then I'll have you back on after, and I'll do my dance. I'll dance to one of your songs.
Oh, good. Nice.
And and then I'll have you back on. Okay.
Okay. I'll be right here. I won't go anywhere.
Okay. Well, I'm taking you off. You are going off.
Well, I'll still stay here, right here.
Okay. I'm taking you off because I'm going to be dancing.
All right.
Because I can't play it on the head. Anyway, so I'll see you in 4 minutes.
I'll be right here.
Okay. All right. Now, taking off the headphones. You hear me? Okay, sorry. I have to turn my mic on when I turn it off. Okay, so now I'm going to play one of his songs and I'm going to dance to it. Okay, here we go. Princess Smile wants to dance.
Gotta buy a new car, but the price ain't right. It would be much cheaper. Started riding a bike. Been making milk out of powder. Got the babies crying. The rent's going up higher. Got the parents lying. It's a real mother for you. Makes you wanna run for cover. If you look, you will discover. It's a real mother for you, yeah. Gonna go to the disco, throw my troubles away, dance to the music, yeah, that the DJ plays. Oh, then the lights come on like I knew they would. Go home and face the music, yeah. That don't look too mighty good. Now, it's a real motherfucker.
Yeah.
Makes you wanna run for cover. If you look, you will discover. It's a real motherfucker, yeah.
She wants to dance too. Miss Mindy. The Princess Wow. I don't know. Are you Princess Wow or Mindy Doll? My new doll. Yeah.
Makes you wanna run for cover. If you look, you will discover. It's a real motherfucker, yeah. It's a real motherfucker,
Yeah. Okay. All right, here we go. All right, let me go back to my chair. I hope you like that. Okay, back on my headphones here. All right. Okay.
I'm back.
You're back. Your music's so funky. It's really cool.
Oh, thank you. That's kind of what I've always been into, that kind of music. I grew up. My favorite artists back when I was growing up were Ray Charles and Aretha Franklin, and James Brown and Otis Redding. I mean, just always just gravitated towards that kind of music. My father always used to play, big band music, like Glenn Miller and Harry James and all that kind of stuff, and I liked that stuff. It was really good. And actually my dad he wasn't a musician, but he actually taught me how to listen to music. He always go, well, listen how the trombones are supporting the melody and stuff like that. And he was a deep listener. He really taught me a lot about listening to music. But I always, back in that time, even when I was a young boy, I used to, listen to Count Basie and Duke Ellington. And although, because my dad was into the big band, so I used to listen to that kind of stuff too. And I would always go, wow, Duke Ellington and Count Basie seem like they're having a way more fun than Glenn Miller is. So I was just kind of always really into black music, and I just think it's just the way I feel it. It's the way I feel music. Like that particular song was written by a guy named Johnny Guitar Watson, and I just really kind of gravitate towards that style of music.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's great. I like that kind of music too. I like a lot of different types of music, but I love that kind of music too.
Yeah, it makes you get up and want to move.
It does. It's like all your songs are like you just want to dance. All of them I can dance to.
Oh, that's great. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
So that's great. So is there anything else that you want to discuss or talk about on the show?
You tell me. You're interviewing me, so we can talk about anything.
Okay, so let's see. Okay, now how did you meet? Let's see. I know you worked with. Hold on one second. Smokey Robinson and Huey Lewis in the News. So how did you end up working with them?
Smokey Robinson was somebody called me to do a background vocal session, and it was at Smokey's house. And this was a while back, and he was making a record. I can't even remember what song it was or what record it was, but I think we recorded 2 tunes. It was me and 2 other people, and we just sang background vocals, and he was just sitting there. Talk about smile. That guy has got a beautiful smile and the most incredible piercing eyes. He's a very, very nice guy, and he was just kind of in the room while we were doing our thing. He didn't really give us direction or anything. We just kind of did our thing, and he was very happy with what we did, and that was my really only encounter with him. Okay. The Huey Lewis stuff. When they're from Northern California too, so they always used to come and see the Sons of Champlin when we used to play, because they were all close, and then we actually rehearsed in the same building where they rehearsed. So everybody was friends. Everybody knows each other. Bill Champlin knew those guys for years. And so they would come and see us play. And then all of a sudden, I got a call from one of the band members in Huey's band. And he said, our guitar player is going off to Italy to play with this artist that he plays with there. We need somebody to cover a few gigs for us. Would you be interested in basically learning our show and then coming and playing it without rehearsing or anything? Just kind of, they sent me a CD of their live show with the guitar part kind of up a little, so I could hear it a little better. Right. And I basically took a week or so and learned all of their songs, and we went and played a gig or two and had a great time, and that was it. Then he came back. The other guitar player came back and picked up where he left off. But I just was there to fill in for a few shows, and it was very fun. I had a great time with those guys.
That's good. Okay, and I'm trying to think. Let's see. And what about Tower Power? Like, you worked with them for about 10 years, right?
10 years I was in Tower, and actually Bill Champlin recommended me to be the guitar player for that, because again, the Northern California connection up there. Right. Tower Power's from Oakland, and the Sons are from Marin, so everybody kind of knows each other And so Emilio was looking for, Emilio is the leader of the band, Emilio Castillo. He was looking for a guitar player, so he asked Bill if he knew anybody, and he mentioned my name. So I went and auditioned for, with about 20 other people, and they picked me, and I ended up playing with them for 10 years and made 3 albums with them, and went to and also was on their DVD for their 40th anniversary celebration, which was at the Fillmore in San Francisco, which was a really, really great experience. That was just an incredible show. And then I didn't play at the 50th anniversary, but I was invited and went there and experienced the 50th anniversary, which just came out. Their 50th anniversary DVD just came out, and they're blasting it all over the PBS stations. If anybody listening would like to, just look at, even if you don't buy the DVD, just to see what a great legacy that they have. And I'm just very, very happy to be, to have a chunk of my life with those guys. That was just an incredible experience for me. And I don't think we ever had a bad show, and we got to go all over the world and put smiles on people's faces. It was very, very, very loved band, especially for musicians. It's kind of a musician's band, because it's a very kind of, the best of the best in that particular organization. And I was just very proud and fortunate to be a part of that for a period of time. And
they're all based in Oakland?
Well, not anymore. Now they're kind of all over. The place.
They were. Yeah. When they started.
But they originated in Oakland.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah. My mom used to live in
1968, I think was when they started.
Wow. Yeah. But is it all new people? Is it mostly all new musicians now?
Well, unfortunately, a couple of them had passed away. But Rocco Prestia, the bass player, was in the band until he really couldn't tour anymore. So I got to play with him, and Doc Kupka, the baritone sax player, he's still a member. Emilio Castillo, who originated the band, he's still a band member, obviously, and David Garibaldi is a drummer. So they still have a handful of the original members still playing with them. Yeah.
Oh, that's really good.
But, everyone who's ever been in that band, the band sounds great no matter who is in it. They always pick the best people. And I think, like people have asked me, like, what advice do you have for anybody who would try out for that band? It's just like, you just have to respect where it came from and be true to that, and then bring whatever you got to the table too. So that's what I did, and it worked good for me for 10 years until I wanted to move on and do other things.
Right. Yeah. So Joe Jarrett said, such an impressive and amazing career, Carmen.
Well, thank you. It's, I don't even look at it that way. It's just, I'm just trying to keep the lights on.
Right. I know. It's just your life.
It is. It really is. I've been fortunate enough to not ever have a real job. I've always done this, and it's worked out. It's worked out for me.
That's
very,
great.
Very blessed and fortunate.
Great. That's really great. And then let's see what else. And how do you have time to? Yes, I know it's hard for you because you do write songs too.
Yes.
Are you currently writing any songs? Like
I'm finishing up some of my own material for my album that I'm hoping that I release this year. I'm also working with this young girl. We're writing songs. I'm trying to get her to be noticed by the world, because she's just an incredible artist and an incredible singer. And I'm there's really nothing left for me to do but to help other people try to get where they want to go. So that's really what I'm trying to do. And I'm just trying to help other people realize their dreams the way that I've realized mine. So
right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's great. Okay, so I think we'll wrap this up in a few minutes. So is there anything, final thoughts you want to say?
Well, thank you for having me on the Smile Revolution. It's just really great to meet you, here. We've only seen each other online, but you said you'd come to Los Angeles and pay me a visit.
I'd love to.
I'd love to show you around my studio and talk to you more. And it was just a pleasure to be here. And I hope everybody listening enjoyed our conversation. I certainly enjoyed being here.
Yeah, Lev, my friend Levin said, good show.
Oh, good.
And yeah, and then there'll be people watching and replay.
Yeah, good, good,
well.
good.
Yeah, no, it's been really great to meet you, and look forward to seeing you. Maybe I'll even do my show at your studio. You never know.
Oh, that'd be great.
That would be
that'd
fun.
Be great.
All I need is my laptop.
Well, you're welcome here anytime.
Okay, thanks. All right, well, it's great to meet you. I really enjoyed. Jill Jarrett said very much so. She really enjoyed the show too.
Oh, good. Thank you, Jill.
And so great. So yeah, so it was really great. I'm really glad that I was able to get you onto my show.
Yeah.
With your busy schedule, and I'm really grateful to meet you and to share, what
as am I. Thank you.
Okay, and hopefully, I would look forward to hearing your new CD. Hopefully.
Yeah, I look forward to finishing it.
I know, right?
Because I got all the stuff inside me. I got to get it out.
Yeah.
So that's going to happen
at the right time. It'll come out.
Exactly. Right.
So anyway, okay. Well, thank you so much. It was great.
Right, thank you, Mindy.
Today. Okay.
Nice talking to you. Bye,
nice
everybody.
Okay. Bye. Bye. Okay. Well, I hope you enjoyed that interview with Carmen. And hold it 1 second. I guess I'm keeping the headphones on. I'm not used to the headphones, is what it is. I guess that's it. So wait, one more thing. My next show is tomorrow night. Oh, he's saying, okay. Okay. Jill's saying to Carmen, thank you for your beautiful Rita stories. Yeah. Because she's good friends with Rita, too. Anyway, tomorrow night is my next show. I'm going to show you the poster with Bobby Summerfield. He's a legendary composer. He's in Sydney right now, outside of Sydney. And he's in LA. He has his own studio in LA and in Sydney area. But he, with the COVID, he's shut down his studio, and he's been in Sydney. Well, right outside Sydney. I think it's called Manly all year in COVID. And I have to show you his poster. Wait a second. Hold on 1 sec. Okay, here we go. So that's Bobby Summerfield. He's super fun. You'll see. We're going to be talking about the healing power of fun and bringing the child within out, which he's totally aghast and so much fun. So tomorrow night at 7 o'clock Eastern time, 4 o'clock Pacific. It's Monday morning, 11 o'clock. And if you're if you're watching from Sydney, Australia. And so tomorrow night's my next show. And hopefully some of you can watch live or in replay. And I love you all. Just keep focusing on the good. And there's always good going on. I always say that, but there is. And then it helps you smile and be grateful for what you do have. So I will see you tomorrow night, and hope you enjoyed the show and join the Smile Revolution.